Hey, this is Austin with ChurchTechIdeas.com. Today I want to go over a brief overview of ProPresenter 6. When you first open up ProPresenter, it's going to look very similar to this. Might be slightly different because you don't have as many documents and stuff, but I just want to go over show you each section of ProPresenter and kind of what it does and what it's for. So the first window here is your live view. So this is what is going to be showing on your screens, or if you're outputting to a recorder or something like that, that is what everyone else is going to see. The next window is the library. So this is where all of your documents or your songs, sermon notes, scriptures, and stuff like that are going to be stored. Up at the top here, there's a search bar, and you can search for a specific title or maybe even a word that you know is in the document to find which document you need to put into your playlist, which brings us to our next window, which is the playlist down here. So the playlist on this side, these are all your playlists. And then on the right side, this is the content of each playlist. So you can have your set list, all the documents you need for a service. Like I generally will make a playlist for that Sunday service, or if we're having different services at different times, you can put each one here. And down here is a plus button where you can add a new playlist, you can create a new document, you can add a group folder. You can also import a PCO playlist, which is Planning Center Online. This is really cool. At my church, we use this. So when you click on it, it will pop up this window, which is linked to my church's PCO account. And I can just find which service we're going to be doing this weekend. And I can select it. And it'll import this playlist, and it shows me all my songs, any notes that we have in this particular service. One thing about the PCO playlist is it is live, so you can't actually change anything in it. You can't add a song or take away a song. You can't move things around, and that's because this is linked directly to Planning Center Online. So if your worship pastor or somebody goes in and changes something on that, it's going to update into the schedule. So it's all driven by what your Planning Center looks like. So if you do really need to move things around and you're not too concerned with it staying in sync with Planning Center, you can right-click that specific playlist and you can convert it to a non-PCO. So this is going to make it just like any other playlist. Now you can move things around and take things away, add things, and stuff like that. So the next window is your document viewer, and this is where you actually see each song. So I click through here, you can see it changes to each song. And then this is where you're going to actually tell the slides to go up on the screen. So when you click on each thumbnail, it's going to change your live view over here. You can also use your arrow keys left and right to go through the different song lyrics. You can also rearrange the slides within this panel. You don't have to go into the editor itself, which is kind of nice in some situations. Up here, this eye icon is going to show you all the information about the song. So it's going to show you the title, artist, author. If you have a CCLI number on the song, it'll show you that there. And this is the information, if in the settings you want to show the CCLI information down at the bottom, this is where that information lives and can be changed. The next icon over here is the timer. So let's say you have a bunch of images in this document and you want to be able to click the first slide and have it progress to each of the separate images and then loop back to the beginning. You'd use this timer tool here. You click on the clock and just choose the duration each slide lasts. So let's do 2 seconds just to be quick. So you'll see it puts this clock icon on all of your slides and shows the duration right there. And then on this last slide, it's got this arrow looping back to the beginning. So when we click the first slide, it's going to automatically, after 2 seconds, switch to the next slide and go through all of them. And then now when we get to this last slide, you'll see it's going to hit that. After 2 seconds, it's going to pop back up to the top here. The next icon we have here looks kind of like a hierarchy button. So if you click that, it's going to show your arrangement for your song. So right now, this is the master arrangement. But if you click this gear icon and click Add New Arrangement and type whatever you want there, click OK. Now you're going to have this other arrangement. And these are little tokens, so you can move them around very easily. And you can add from the master very easily. So this is great. We use this all the time at our church. It really helps you keep track of different arrangements that you do the songs in, and instead of copying and pasting over and over again, like let's say you do the chorus 4 times throughout the document, and you copy and paste it 4 times, but then oh man, there's a typo in the chorus, you have to go back and change it. Well, if you use the arrangement, you just right-click one of the slides in the chorus and change what you need to change, and then it's going to update it down throughout all of them, which is really, really helpful. So this ruler icon is the timeline, and you can add an audio track to it, and you can drag each slide up that you want. So if you have pictures and stuff like that, you can put it on a timeline to show at very specific times. And then you click play, and it's going to play through, and it won't show the slide until the time head gets there. So you can use this if you don't have a band at your church. You can put it in an audio track of one of the worship songs you're going to be doing, and then you can actually go through the song and have the slides for the lyrics show right when they need to in the song lyrics. This last icon is the song-specific transitions. So you can have each of your songs have different transition types, or you can use the default, which is what this currently is set to. The default transitions are determined down here. So you see the scissor icon right here. If we change it to dissolve, this duration box pops up, and it is the length of time it takes for the transition to go through. This plus icon down here at the bottom is what you click to add a blank slide to your document. So you see I click it, adds a blank slide there. And if you click this triangle here, you can actually add a slide with a different template applied to it than the others in the song. This video/image is the transitions for your videos, which we'll get to in just a second. If you click this icon, slides by group, it's actually going to break your verse and choruses up so it's a little more visually different, I guess. Another way to change this view is with these icons down here. The view that's selected right now is the grid view, and it's these thumbnails. But if you click this list view, it's still going to give you a thumbnail, but it's also going to show you more of what's on the slide. And some people like this, some people don't. It just depends on how you like it, I guess. And lastly, with the document viewer, you have the slider here, which resizes the thumbnails. So you can make them smaller or bigger, depending on your screen size and again, how you like it. Down here is your video and image bin. So this is where you're going to have all of your media. So what's really cool about the way the videos and the images work is we have a background folder and a foreground folder. If I click on a background, it's going to show on the screen. And if I click on a foreground, it's going to show it the same way. Let's just click this. But the difference is, if I have words up, click on words, it's going to take the foreground off and just show the words on it. But if I click on a background, it's going to put a background up there. So this is really great because you can have all your songs in different documents, and then you can choose the backgrounds on the fly, which you can't do in like PowerPoint and some other presentation softwares. There's a few more folders besides the background and foreground, and this purchased one is if you purchase things through the ProPresenter store. It's going to be put here. You can also tag your backgrounds and videos and stuff. If you want to tag them with the color they all are or kind of the feel they all have, you can tag them and they will be found here. To tag a video, you just right click it and you select one of the colors that correspond with the tag you want. You can also add a tag here right in the menu. The bar below here is very similar to the document panel. You can change the view, list view or grid view. You can resize the icons here to the right. You can choose a transition that's specific to a specific video. So there might be a video that you just want to cut. There might be some videos that you want to have a fade in. And you can click this plus icon to import a video. You can also drag and drop them though. This plus icon down here allows you to create a new playlist for videos. With the new hot folder, you can actually have a folder on your hard drive that you drop videos in and stuff, and videos and pictures, and they will import automatically into ProPresenter. So you can even have a Dropbox folder on your computer that you drop in videos from another computer, and they'll automatically be added to ProPresenter. Last but not least, we have our toolbar up here at the top. The first icon is Clear All. You can see the labels below. When you click it, it's going to clear everything out that's on the screen. Second button, it'll just clear the slides. So if we have a background and a slide up, we click that, it'll just take the slide away. This is really great for if you finish a song and there's still the last lyric from that song up, but you're not singing anymore, you can clear it off and just have a background, the same background that was on the song. Then you can clear just the background, so if we put a slide back up there, click that button, it's going to take away just the video behind it. This plus icon is where you're going to create a new document entirely. So if you click that, it's going to give you a place to put a title, select the default template for it, and change the size and the category. So you can make new categories to have ones for your songs, for presentations, for sermons, and stuff like that. This next icon is the editor. So when you click that, when we have a document selected, we'll do the burn like a star. We'll click the editor, and this is where you can move the text around, you can add solids, images, all that stuff. There's a lot to go over on this, so I'll probably do a video with this separately. Alright, the video image bin is up right now, but if we click it, we can actually hide that, take it away. And the audio bin is not visible, so if we click that, it's going to bring up this panel on the right side here, and you have a playlist, kind of like the playlist down here. So you have a playlist, and then inside the playlist, you'll have audio files. So we can create a bunch of new playlists. If you have like a Wednesday night thing or a Sunday thing, you can have a playlist with songs set up in there. And you can click the songs, they'll be right here. Clicking this plus button down here will bring up an Explorer window or a Finder window where you can select the audio files you want to bring in. I think you can also drag and drop them in here. The Messages panel is pretty cool and has a lot of features. If you click this, click down on the Edit Button right here, it's going to bring up a lot more options, and you can type in a message right here, and you can click Show, and it's going to show you right here on your live output. So let's clear the slide so you can see that's what my message is. And you can actually use a template. So we can go to like a lower third, use that as a template, and now when I show it, it's going to show it down here, and I can still have a slide up here. There's way more options for this, and I'm going to go over it in a dedicated video. Next we have the Bible icon, which this allows you to look up a specific scripture. Let's go with Ruth 1:10, and then you can show it right there on your live output. There are a bunch of different viewing options for this. You can show the verse numbers, you can have it break to a new slide, add a new verse, and you can show the verse reference. So let's do a few of these. And now when we display it, it's going to show the reference to the verse. This is highly customizable with templates, and again, this is probably going to be a dedicated video. Now we've got our store, and this is where you can buy some backgrounds, mini movies, all kinds of things through Renewed Vision's media store. And again, these will display down here in the video bin in the purchased area once you purchase them. You've probably seen this this social media feature if you've been to any church conferences. This allows you to link your Twitter and Instagram accounts to ProPresenter. So you can search for a hashtag, let's say pizza, for this example, and we'll press enter. And then it's going to show you all of the tweets that are tweeting to that hashtag or the Instagram posts. And then you can select which ones you want to display, like so. And then you hit the play button, and it's actually going to show on your live output all the Twitter posts and stuff. So you could use this for your church if you had a certain sermon series you're on and you made a hashtag for that. So for service, you can have this playing on your screens and have people tweet to it. This is good, makes your church look a little more high-tech, and also gets people using your social media hashtags and stuff. And so it's good advertising in a way, because then their friends will see that they're tweeting about your church service, and then you might get more people to come to your church. I'm going to skip to the Format button here, and this just simply allows you to choose your font typeface, the font size, the justification, the alignment, the font color, and whether it is aligned to the top, the middle, or the bottom. And you can also add a shadow and outlines and more settings like that. I don't actually use the Format panel really ever, because I mainly use templates. And a template will hold all of the formatting options, your typeface, the font size, where the font is on the screen. Everything can be done with templates, and it's much easier to have uniformity throughout all your songs and presentations and stuff if you use templates. They're also pretty key if you're using multi-screen module stuff, which we'll get into in another video. The output button toggles on and off the output for your live view. So it'd be this screen on a projector or TV or whatever. Right now I just have my computer, so when I click it, it's going to make it full screen on my computer. You can do it this way, but it's better you have more control if you're outputting to, like I said, a projector or TV or something like that. And you can hit this X button down here. And lastly, for the UI, there's your volume control. So this is going to be the volume for from the audio panel, from the videos you're playing, and so that's just the master volume for ProPresenter. So that's just a quick overview of ProPresenter. There are tons and tons more settings and options in the preferences, and we will go over that in another video. ProPresenter is the best presentation software and one of my most favorite pieces of software to use. It's great for beginners, it's very easy and intuitive, but also has some very powerful advanced features for advanced situations, like if you have multiple screens where you need the text to look different on each screen and all run from the same computer. So it has a lot of very great features and is very powerful. If you found this video helpful, please give it a like and leave a comment, let me know. And also if you have any questions, leave a comment. As always, head over to churchtechideas.com where you can find free resources and training.